Happy Monday. So this Monday, June 3rd, and it's rainy and it's 65 degrees, and I'm on my way to work. So today we're going to talk about beauty. We're going to talk about this new foundation that I'm trying out. This will be day 2. I'm not going to hide it from you because this one is, you know, a mainstream brand. Some of you may want to go ahead and try it. And I hope you all had a great weekend. And mine was, you know, so-so. I won't get into it, but it just wasn't the best weekend ever. Okay. This is the Wet n Wild Bare Focus Niacinamide Skin Tint. That's what it looks like. The shade I have is, I don't know. Well, I thought it told. There's a number on the bottom, but I know that's not it. Well, why is it? Oh, there it is. The shade I have is medium. All that for just medium. And this is probably, it's a little bit, I think, golden than I like, but it'll do. I'm going to say, sorry. Okay, as it says, this is a tint. This is not what I call a true foundation. Now, some people may call it that, but as I said, it's a tint. It's just putting something on your face. It's like a serum that gives you some color. It may even your skin out if you have, you know, excellent skin that has no brown spots or discoloration or broken capillaries. If you have all those things, it will not hide it. Now, yesterday when I wore it, I thought at first it was hiding. But when it starts to dry down, that's when I see my veins coming back out. Now, I will say, because my skin is more oily than some people, I think my skin is normal for the most part, except oily on my nose and my chin and my forehead. Although, I mean, I know that's T-zone, but I don't know how oily my forehead really is, you know. Anyway, my skin would eat up, suck it up, whatever you want to call it, if I did not apply powder. So I had to powder on top. I used the Givenchy powder. And I don't really have anything right now that's, I guess, inexpensive as far as powder, so it's hard for me to tell. I mean, Wet n Wild makes a great powder, and I do have it somewhere, but I don't know where it's at right now. It's downstairs somewhere. But anyway, they do have a great powder if you need a powder and you don't want to spend a lot of money. So this is supposed to have 24-hour hydration, and I'm going to say it probably does for most people. Now, if you are extremely dry, he looked like he was intoxicated. It's a good thing he don't work with me, because I'd probably send him to get drug tested. Anyway, I shouldn't say stuff like that. Anyway, if your skin is dry, and when I say dry, I don't mean flaking skin, because that's not really dry. It's just flaking, because chances are you haven't exfoliated well or something like that. Or you've been using, you know, a bunch of retin-A, something like that. Anyway, I think that would be, you don't come in that way. Who is telling these people how to drive, because it ain't me. I mean, when I did orientation, I told them, you do not come that way up here. That is a big no-no. Idiots. Alright. Now I can concentrate on this. Let's see what time it is. Alright. This also has 5% niacinamide, which I said that. It also has hyaluronic acid. Now, if you have a moisturizer, a serum with niacinamide in it or hyaluronic acid, you do not need to use both of them on the day you're wearing this. You only need this. I don't even think you need a moisturizer unless you just, you're, like I say, you're dry, your skin is just thirsty. Maybe if you live in the desert, but most people in the South, you're not going to need a moisturizer with this. Sunscreen, yes. So you need to make sure you're using a sunscreen that is matte. Or, because I'm telling you, if you put this on something that is too moisturizing, your skin is just going to suck it up. Or it's going to start migrating and it's going to look splotchy and you just don't need it. Now, the other thing is, the way to apply this is with your fingers. I would not try a sponge or a brush. It comes with a dropper. It's a good dropper. See, as you can see, it's good. I'm not a big fan of a dropper, but I'd rather have a dropper than a doe foot applicator. So you can see it's runny. And you'll see here that golden tint that it has to it that I talk about. So, see it by the hands. Now, it looks beautiful when I put my hands up here. Doesn't it? Does. But that's because I don't have all them, I don't have the broken capillaries on my hand that I do on my cheeks. Okay. Now, I need something. Let's talk about longevity. I did not wear it all day yesterday. I wore it around, I'm going to cut that off. Let's cut off the motor. I wore it around 6 hours. I was not up and down that much. I was sitting on the bed or sitting in the chair, looking at the race, looking at Storm Chasers, watching Sarasota Tim, just something along those lines. I was not, I was up, I did most of my cleaning Saturday, so I didn't have to worry about that Sunday. And the only thing I had to do yesterday was just whatever Mom needed. And so I wasn't, and it was a cloudy day. So it wasn't like my face was going to sweat. So today it may be a little different, even though it's, cloudy. I think we might see some sun here in a little while. We do have a chance of thunderstorms today. My caretaker is not working today, which that's a whole different story. Anyway, and y'all know I don't like to talk about people that's in my life. But, if you have a good caretaker that's working for you, honey, you are totally blessed. I'm not saying she's not good, but I'm talking about dependable. That they're not out here on the weekends doing wild things, what I call wild things. I just think that, that's another video. Anyway, my first thoughts of this foundation is, this is something I would wear on the weekend if I didn't want much coverage, if I was just around the house. And I'll wear it today, and I'll try to wear it most every day this week. I may decide later on I just can't do it as far as coming to work, especially if it's wearing off at 12 o'clock. And we'll know today, because I'm more sitting at my desk. I may be, I can touch I touch my face more, I know, when I'm at work. So we'll just see. And I can already see that it's wearing off on my nose. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I can tell it's already wearing off my nose. Now, I could set it and it would stay, but it would be defeating the purpose of the foundation if I set it with set it with the MAC Studio Fix Plus foundation, because that's giving you coverage. That's giving you another foundation. It would probably be beautiful with that over it. I just feel like it would. But I know that's not the point of this tint. It is a tint. It's supposed to give you a hint of color. And I always tell people, when it is a tint, you probably want to go just a shade darker like I did, because it gives you that sun-kissed look. And you could probably just put it on your, where the sun hits, and it would be fine if you've got great skin. I can't do that. It's not that I do have good skin, but I was a sun worshiper. That's why I have the broken capillaries. I have discoloration, probably from birth control pills for years and whatever else, being out in the sun, whatever. I've made no bones about it. I was a sun worshiper, and I also went to a tanning bed. Now, the last few years of the tanning bed when I went, I covered my face, but there was years I didn't. So I've had to really work on my face to get it to where I thought it would even consider going without foundation. And it took years. And now that's why I never get outside, unless, when I say I do get outside, but I mean, I make sure that I've got, bunches of sunscreen on, and that got a hat on, and that, I'm just not in that sun, because I just don't want any. And anyway, because I know that if I get any, I'll have to pay for it in the winter. I'll have to really work at it, and I don't want to have to do that. Now, if that was doing something really fun outside or something, I'm not going to let it stop me. Like going to the race, I didn't let that stop me. I just made sure that I had my sunscreen with me, and I touched up and all that good stuff. But all I can say is on this is that if you like foundation or tint that feels like you're wearing nothing, you like to see just a little bit of color on your face, and you're not worried about touching up, but it's in a glass bottle, so you got to worry about that if you're taking it with you, then you might like this. But for me, as with any skin tint I have tried, it's just not enough. It's just not enough for me. I would rather go to a medium coverage foundation that I don't have to set, because most of the time in this day and time, it feels like you're wearing nothing too. So I'll let you know later on how I feel about this as far as the longer I wear it. But as I said, if you buy this, please don't use multiple niacinamide products underneath it, because 5% is what has been tested. We know that works. When you go up to 5%, above 5% niacinamide, or you're layering products that, and niacinamide is one of those that's in everything now, just like hyaluronic acid. When you keep layering that on top of you, you're asking for your skin to become sensitive. And you'll notice that your face is burning. I've noticed this sometimes with me. If I use something, if I use 2 or 3 products of niacinamide, when I wash my face, it will start burning. And I know that's what's doing it. So I have tried to stick to one product. Like today, I did use more moisturizer than I should have, but I won't tomorrow, because I'm just playing with it. This also says it has peony extract in it, and I know that's good for your skin. Okay, I lied about the color. It's Buff Bisque, and then it says medium, so I guess it's in the medium shade range, and it's Buff Bisque. Buff Bisque. So I'll let you know my thoughts on it. As far as longevity, I'll try to remember to make pictures. I'm so bad to forget, and I'll have them up in the next video. And I hope y'all have a great day. I've got to get to work, so I'll talk to y'all later. Love you. Bye.